We've kind of talked about it the whole show. Islanders, Flyers, Game 7, all or nothing here, winner take all. Chris, I want to get your opinion on this first as the Islanders fan. And what do you expect in this one? Score? What do you think?
I'm obviously going to pick the Islanders. I'm not going to hide that one. But it's going to be a close game. It's not going to be a blowout. This game will not be 4-0 like Game 1. This is going to be hard hitting, back and forth, 3-2, 4-3, 2-1, game that whichever team wins it is going to deserve it, and they're going to be freaking exhausted by the end of it, because this is going to be a fun, fast, hard hitting game that I think the New York Islanders have the ability to pull out. So I'll pick the Islanders.
This is a tough game to pick. It really is. On 5-on-3, I picked the Flyers because everything logically was telling me the Islanders should win, and everything logically in these playoffs has seemed to go on the opposite way. Hockey is weird, but hockey is also great for that exact reason, especially yesterday. And both of my picks were wrong yesterday, too. I had the Avs and I had Vancouver, and the only reason I picked Vancouver was because it seemed like logically Vegas should win, and again, logically, in Game 5 and Game 6, things went in the entire opposite direction. I think if the Islanders play the way they did in Game 6, they should have no problem today unless Carter Hart returns as Jesus between the pipes today. But I also think I'd be hard-pressed to say that I see the Islanders coming out and playing as well as they did in Game 6, because I think they play as well as they can in Game 6. I didn't think the Flyers played particularly well at all. I think you're going to see a much more motivated Flyers team. They need their stars to step up, Philadelphia. I mean, Claude Giroux and Jacob Voracek have been invisible. We'll see if Sean Couturier plays, but Couturier has been great when he's been on the ice. He didn't play in Game 6. So I think that could be a huge X factor for Philly if he's going to play or not. And also, I just don't know how much I trust Semyon Varlamov in net for the Islanders right now. Bad performance in Game 6, like we talked about. I'm going to take the Flyers again. But again, I think if the Islanders play the way they did in Game 6, I don't think they should have any problem winning this game. But again, it's tough for me to see them playing as well as they did in Game 6 again in Game 7. Like we always say, in Game 7, anything can happen. And it's going to be a fun game regardless. I hope real tears will come out of the eyes of Chris Hennessy when it's all said and done. But it's going to be a fun one regardless of what happens tonight. But I'm going to take Philadelphia.
I mean, just for the sake, I know a ton of Islanders fans. My brother's a big Islanders fan, Chris. Just for the hope of you guys, I've seen you guys suffer so much. I'm not a huge hockey fan, but I just feel for you guys. And I really hope that the Islanders win. I think they'll pull it out. I think Barry Trotz, what they're doing, just a really well-coached team. I don't think that, it's going to be like, oh, because we lost 2 games, we're going to just go into a tailspin. I don't think they're that type of team. I think they're well-coached. It's going to be very close. I'll say 3-2. I'll be sitting down watching this with popcorn because it's going to be a great game. And my brother actually did text me this morning. He said, if they do lose, I'm going to cry. So he just flat out said it. So that's what I'm thinking there.
Andrew, don't feel bad for Islanders fans. They chose that lifestyle. I would never want anyone to feel bad for me for choosing a team to root for, because as miserable as my sports fandom life is, I chose that lifestyle. So don't feel bad for Islanders fans. Even if they're born into it, I don't want to hear that. I hope they enjoy the suffering tonight if it happens. I hate to root for humility on your side, but again, I would refuse to wish you the best of luck tonight.
I would do the same if the Rangers were playing. So
exactly. So you know the respect is mutual there, even though it's not really respect in that, right? But